This kind is called formatting decimal places. What do we get here? Well, as an argument, we get a float number with a few decimal places behind the dot, but we have to return this number, round it down to 2 decimal places. Let's go. First of all, I want to use a string formatting method, an old one. That is the following: return, and then between quotation marks, %, dot to f. That means round down to 2 decimal places. Then a percentage sign again, and then the argument. Yeah, here we get the argument rounded down to 2 decimal places. Is that equal to the expected output? I guess not, because this is a string. And the expected output is a float type. Let's assign this to a variable actually, just to n. So when we return n and its type, we see that we are dealing with a string type. Yeah, class is a string. Hence we have to convert this to a float type. So we use the float function and we put in the n as an argument. Is that equal to the expected output? This time I expect it to be. Yeah. Let's comment this out and then we go on to the next. Again, this is a string formatting method, but this one is more modern. So we return, well, we use format as a built-in function. And as a first argument, we pass in the float that we want to format. That would be the argument n. And then we use our string formatting method. Again, we use dot to f. Well, let's do the same, by the way. Let's assign it to n. And when we return n and its type, we see that we are dealing with a string type again. So we have to do the same basically. Return the float of n. Yeah. And by the way, if you want to round it down to 5 decimals, for example, you can just replace the 2 by a 5, and then it will round down to 5 decimals. So let's comment this out again. And last but not least, which is the most convenient method in such a case, is to use the round function. So we use round, which is a built-in function. Then again, we pass in as the first argument the number that we want to format. That would be the argument n. And as the second argument, we put into how many decimals we want to round it down. In our case, to 2 decimals. And again, if you want to round it down to 5 decimals, you replace 2 by a 5, and then we'll round down to 5 decimals. But 2 is the assignment. Well, let's test it out. Attempt. And there we go. Passed all the tests. Hope this has been helpful and that you learned something from it. I'll thank you for watching and hope to see you in another video. Ciao.